Now turn the toes all the way out to the right, to 3 o'clock, and then laterally shift your weight over to that side. Hey everyone, welcome to class. A classic, one that we always tend to want to fall back on, something for tight, achy hips. I usually reach for this kind of class when I have been traveling, like sitting in a plane or in the car for a long period of time, or when I've gotten to my destination and maybe I've just spent the entire day walking around, exploring a new place, or just on my feet a lot at home doing everyday life stuff. So if you also tend to have that pattern of tightness and achiness through the hips when you've been very, very active or very, very inactive, this is a great one to keep in your back pocket. And the good news is you don't need any props either. We're just gonna jump right in. So go ahead and turn onto your front and come to child's pose. So bring the feet together, the knees nice and wide, push the hips back, walk the upper body forward. And it might feel good to just sort of sway side to side before you really settle down. You can feel the lower back start to stretch a little bit as you move. And keep dropping your weight down. And take a few breaths here. Let the hips drop back towards the heels. Keep walking the hands forward. And with each exhale, try to soften the back and the hips. So especially as you move into resistance, when you have tightness or tension, we tend to resist any stretching. On your next breath in, come up to the hands and knees. And we'll take a few easy rounds of cat-cow. Just moving with your breath, exhaling as you round. Inhaling, pull the chest through. A couple more each way. And then find some stillness. We're going to make some circles with the hips. So starting on the left side, just open up the left hip and pull it in close to the ribs and circle it all the way back up and around. Kick the foot back, open and around. Do a few more. Let's do 3, 2, 1. And then move the opposite direction for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Step the left foot between the hands. And we're going to move in what I'm going to call a clockwise lunge. So start by just stepping the left foot forward, sink the hips down. And you can be passive here. Just let the hips drop as much as you comfortably can. And then sit back, step the left foot, visualize a clock, 12 o'clock being up top, of course. Step the left foot to like 10 o'clock. And then sink the hips over towards that foot. And come back up. Now you're going to turn, if you can, the left toes all the way out to the side like they're at 9 o'clock. And you're going to shift laterally into that left foot. Come back up. Let's do that one more time. Step the left foot forward, sink the hips down. Come back up. Now you're going to go to about 10 o'clock. Sink the hips to the diagonal. Come back up, turn the toes totally out to the left, and then laterally shift your hips over to the left towards 9 o'clock. Come back up. Take the knees together. Take the hands down. Come all the way down to your belly. Press the tops of the feet into your mat, and then press up to the forearms for Sphinx. So squeeze the glutes together gently, press the hips down into the mat, and lift the chest up towards the sky. Press into the hands, and keep pressing until you straighten the elbows. Exhale, lower down. Tuck the toes under. Sit back so you're on hands and knees. And we're going to do hip circles on the right side. So reset so the core is gently braced just a little bit. And then counterclockwise, the right knee for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and switch sides. Opposite for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step the right foot between the hands. Take a second to get situated. We're going to do that clockwise lunge. So drop the hips straight down. Again, kind of this passive low lunge, just feeling that lengthening through the front part of the left hip. Sit your weight back. Now the right foot's going to move over to 2 o'clock. Shift your hips diagonally. And then bring it back up. Now turn the toes all the way out to the right, to 3 o'clock. And then laterally shift your weight over to that side. Of course, I have this couch in my way. You know, love the couch, but it is in my way like 70% of the time. Come back up. We're going to do that again. Right foot to the front. Drop it straight down. Sit it back. Take it to 2 o'clock or 1 o'clock. Shift to the diagonal. And then bring it back. Take it to 3 o'clock and shift laterally to the side. And take it back up. So now the right foot is going to come behind you. Take the hands down. Come all the way back down onto your belly and find Sphinx again. Elbows under the shoulders. Squeeze the glutes a little bit. Press the hips down into the mat. Lift the chest. And now you're going to push into the hands until the elbows come straight. Take 2 more breaths. And lower down. Slide the hands under the shoulders, sit up and back for downward facing dog. Lift the hips high, pedal out the feet just a bit. Settle in. On your next inhale, reach the right leg up, bend the knee, open the hip, and then step it through. Right foot between the hands, spin the left heel down, and come up to warrior 2. Bending the right knee deeply, relax the shoulders. Can you drop the left hip down just a little bit more? Inhale, reverse. Right side opens. On the exhale, extend. Take the right elbow to the right thigh and reach the left arm up and around. So maybe you stay here, or if you want a little bit more, of course, you can drop down to the inside of that right thigh. Inhale back up to warrior 2. Circle the hands around. Step back to plank, inhaling fully. Exhale, lower down. Take your vinyasa. Meet me back in downward facing dog, but extend the right leg up right away. Bend the knee, open the hip again, and this time bring it through for pigeon. Slide the left foot back. Kick into the top of the left foot. Take a minute to get comfortable. Inhaling fully, and then exhale, walk the upper body forward. And we're going to hold here for a few breaths. So close the eyes if you can. And try to soften, relax. No resistance. On your next inhale, press into the hands. Lean over to the right, pull the left leg around, and find double pigeon. So right shin is parallel to the top edge of your mat. Left shin stacks over the right. Ooh, this side's a little tight today. Take your time here. Be patient with your body, especially when you know you're tight. You're kind of going into a certain pose knowing you're going to be a little stiffer than usual. See if you can just accept that. And maybe you stay here, or if you feel like you can hinge forward and walk the upper body forward so the hands come down to the mat. Again, we'll hold here for a few breaths. So just relax the shoulders, relax the neck. Breathe. In and out through the nose. No right or wrong variation. Just accepting exactly where you are. Go ahead and lift the chest if you were hinged forward. Lean back on the hands, uncross the legs, cross the ankles, roll over the feet, step back to a downward facing dog, lifting the hips nice and high. On your inhale, stretch the left leg up, bend the knee, open the hip, and then square off, step the left foot forward, right heel down, revolve it open for warrior two. Drop the right hip down so the pelvis is square towards the side of your mat. Reach the arms long. Take one full breath in and a full breath out. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Left side opens. Exhale, extend elbow to thigh and sweep the right arm up and around. Maybe you stay here. Maybe you drop the left hand down to the floor. Whatever feels best today. Inhale back up for warrior two, and exhale, circle the hands around. Step back to plank and move through your vinyasa. Any variations that feel good to you right now is obviously fine. Meet me back in downward facing in three-legged dog. So left leg lifts, and then bend the knee, open the hip. Step it through for pigeon on the left side. Tuck the right toes under, slide that leg back. Try to square the hips off. Inhale fully, and on your exhale, soften. Walk the upper body forward, relax. Again, we'll take a few breaths here. So try to settle wherever you are. Find some stillness. Relax that left hip. On your next breath in, press into the hands, lift the chest. Lean over to the left just for a moment so you can swing that right leg around. And then bring the left shin parallel to the top end of your mat. Right ankle over the left knee. And stack the joints. So maybe you stay here just sitting upright and letting that right hip open. Or if you're ready, you can walk the upper body forward and taking the hands down. Take a few more breaths right here. Try not to round the lower back. As we hold this pose, it's easy to kind of just get kind of lax through the lower back. So make sure you're not just tucking the tailbone under and trying to fold forward, but actually hinging from that hip crease and creating the movement from there. On your next breath in, lift the chest, uncross the legs, and just sit comfortably. You can turn towards me. Relax the shoulders down the back. On your next breath in, sweep the arms up overhead and pressing the hands together. Exhale them right down to the heart center, sealing it all in. Let the eyes blink open. Thank you so much for joining me today. Hope you enjoyed this one. The full-length version lives inside Bad Yogi Studio, which is my digital studio. This full-length class, along with over 350 others, live there. And if you drop down to the description below, you'll see a link. That link will get you a free 14-day trial. I would love to see you there. I know you're gonna love it. I curate a new calendar every single month, so your practice will always have a purpose. You'll know exactly what you're doing, and you'll definitely be able to see some progress, which I know is something we're all looking for. So hope to see you on the inside, but if not, I'll catch you here on YouTube. Hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you right back here next time. Thank you so much for joining me. If you liked this class, you will love Bad Yogi Studio. Make yoga your new morning ritual. With hundreds of classes just under 30 minutes, the perfect amount of time to kickstart your day and start everything off on a high note. Welcome to class. I would love to see you inside Bad Yogi Studio with me, so tap the link below and get your free 14-day trial. I'll see you there.